Friday. Oh, Paul's got SCAD shirt on. Did you just say that?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
a SCAD today. A guy who paid too much for his daughter's education.
Chelsea might be listening. Don't say that.
Well, it's
Hi,
true.
everybody.
College is expensive.
Who's on first there? Give us a shout out. Say hello. So we were just talking about Paul's shirt. Oh, hey, Sandra. Yes, so Sandra, I will message you after the live feed. I would be delighted to speak to you tonight about a quilt that you got going. Good job on that quilt that you posted. Beautiful, beautiful work. So we were just talking a little bit as people jump on about Paul's shirt. So our daughter went to school in Savannah College of Art and Design. And I was just posting a memory. If you are personal friends with me on Facebook, you saw this little video that I posted. We used to go and visit Chelsea when she was in college, and we stayed at a hotel that was pet friendly. So we always took Samson, and just down the street within walking distance was a quilt shop. And I used to go there every time we went to town, and they welcomed Samson, and I just saw that little picture of him. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. But I miss Savannah actually a lot. It's such a cool place. So we need to get back there for a visit. All right. Well, people are jumping on. Hello, everybody. So good to have you. I have kind of a short list this afternoon. I'm not sure what Paul has on his to-do list to talk to you about.
Well, I need to say hi to Gail. She may not be watching live.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we spoke today, and she needs to get to know us. So I told her she needs to join the group and catch one of the live feeds.
You mean owner Gail?
No, this is a different Gail.
Oh, a different Gail. Oh, okay.
It is a California Gail.
Oh, sweet.
So, but anyways, no, we are meeting new people daily. We're getting people referred, and this one just called up, and our Google ads are paying off.
Paying off, huh?
Paying off. So hopefully she'll take the time to
Gail
watch.
will jump here onto the group. And hello, Gail. And speaking of the Gail I was talking about, hopefully our new owner Gail is watching as well. So Gail, new owner Gail, your add-on shipment of things that you ordered is going to ship tomorrow. Okay. All right. Well, let's just go over my list, and some of the things that I mentioned, probably Paul will raise his hand and have a few things to say. Raise a paw. So what's been happening in the studio this week? Well, it's been another busy week here at MK Quilts. I swear they all are, but it's all good stuff. So this week, if you've been following along, you saw that I had some ladies in the studio for some private instruction. So again, want to reiterate that any of y'all are welcome to come and visit us in Florida, especially heading into the winter months. Just give us a call or shoot us an email so that we can schedule you way far in advance, because we're busy and traveling a lot. But I love hosting people here. And the ladies that were here this week, they are a mom and daughter team, and they kind of co-share a machine, and they came all the way from Missouri, or Missouri, however you say that, where you are. And I just had a really fun time hosting them here in the shop. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Next month, I also am hosting somebody in the shop. So I really, really enjoy doing that. All right, so that was happening. And then the next day after they left, we had ruler class here. And so Ellen, you guys have been chattering about Ellen and what we did here yesterday. It was really a lot of fun. Did you see the picture? I actually took hold of the handlebars and did a little ruler work. It was actually quite fun. I enjoyed it immensely. And so, one of the things that y'all have been chattering about, and I don't mean to make it sound like my owners are the only important people, because y'all are my friends and my followers, and I appreciate all of you so much. But I happen to mention that, the owners will have Ellen next year for some training, and that the owners are going to get any video classes that I put out. They get that first. Well, that's because our owners are a bit special, right? They've spent thousands of dollars with us. They trusted us with their purchase. But all of y'all are special too. And what you guys have been asking for is maybe some of what Ellen has been offering, that we could share that with you all in the form of, I don't know, other online classes or videos or something. So it is something I want to explore with Ellen next year in 2020. You know, basically Ellen was brought on here in the shop to help me not lose all of my long arm customers. So she has been doing a fantastic job, just, you know, keeping the machines running here. But she's got a lot of other talents, and she's got a lot to offer. And I would like to, you know, work with her in the future to offer some things, especially like how rulers can go together with Pro Stitcher. You know, you can maybe do a Pro Stitcher block, but then do some ruler work and then do some free motion. And, you know, when I go out and teach my sim sessions, I always tell my students, you know, I have a certain style of teaching. Handy Quilter educators have certain styles of teaching. We may teach things a little bit differently, or we have our own take on things, but it's always better to have more tools in your tool shed. That's what I believe. So, you know, being able to mix those skills, it's just going to make you advance as a quilter. If you're doing this for hire, it's going to give you more avenues to, you know, expand your services and whatnot. So I had a great time at ruler class. The people who came really enjoyed it. And Ellen, if you're up for that, we'll be working on that next year. Okay? All right, so some follow-ups for some things we talked about last week. So the shirts. Oh my gosh. The shirts are probably going to be here early part of next week. Now, I want to just thank you guys so much, because you know what? Paul and I have the best customers, and you all are so great and so honest. You know, we put that post out there where we were willing to give you a shirt if you were going to be going to one of the national shows, right? The corporate shows. And many of you were like, well, I want a shirt, but I'm not going to one of those shows. And y'all just didn't go and purchase it, or, you know, get it for free, because you're like, well, I'll pay for it. And we're like, oh gosh, we love you guys. So yes, we now have the shirts finalized. They're on the website. You can order them up. We've tried to keep them at a reasonable cost. And basically just want to reiterate, there are going to be a cotton shirt, kind of men's sizes, so kind of a straight shirt, not a fitted ladies shirt or anything like that, round neckline, just like what I wear here. They're very, very comfortable, and I do wear an extra large, so I just like my shirts loose. Okay, so they are available on the website. Head on over there. If you are going to one of those corporate shows and you would be willing to wear a shirt and chatter with some folks and hand out flyers for us, we would give you one for free, okay? And there's a separate link on the website for that, okay? Anything else about that, Paul?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Poor Paul. He just kind of comes along to look handsome and cute with the dog. Okay, so I'm really excited about having the shirts, and thank you guys for all of the interest in that. Okay, let's see. What else kind of as a follow-up? I just posted about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, it's the second to last chapter for my double wedding ring class online. So it's been really, really fun for me to do that class. I basically have the entire class up there. The final chapter in the double wedding ring class is going to be my take on quilting it, how I approach quilting double wedding ring, and how I do simulation and layout and rendering, and how I puzzle my way through stitching those out. Okay, so even though that chapter is going to be part of that online class that I've been doing, some of you all might be interested in that portion of the class. So maybe I can split that part out and make it like a sub class, a cheaper amount. I don't know. I haven't figured out all of that out, but I will be doing a quilting only specific chapter on my double wedding ring class. Okay? All right, so that's that. Yep. Oh, the Dream Big panel. Oh my gosh. So you guys, I stitched it out, I guess it was last week, or it might even been at the very beginning of this week. I was in here stitching out that panel. And actually, Paul, do you want to hold it up? Maybe you could put Samson down for a minute. I know he's going to cry and bark. So here is my Dream Big panel that I did. My very first one ever. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I don't know why I waited so long to jump on the Dream Big bandwagon. Very good, honey. Good job. Well, I think I did a pretty good job. Thank you, sweetie. So I think I did a pretty decent job for my first time. And as I was posting about that, giving little tidbits as I was stitching, you know, many of you asked like, oh, I want to learn how to do that. Will you make it a class? Will you make it a class? Well, yes, I am in the midst of making it a class. So basically, I just filmed myself during that stitch out, and I'm going back now and doing a little bit of screen capture, because when I'm in here videoing myself at the machines, it's a lot of times it's not the best quality. So I apologize about that. But when I'm able to get my simulator fired up, right, and do some screen capture for you, you can really see much better. So I've already started editing on that Dream Big class. Now here's the thing. I am specifically and only using some design sets from Urban Elements. So a huge shout out and thank you to Patricia Ritter. She owns Urban Elements. She has been kind enough to get me some sets, and then I promise to focus on her and her site and what she has to offer for this Dream Big, okay? There is a lot of other designers out there, you guys, and some of you have already done this, and like I said, I'm late to the ball game. But I'm going to focus on the sets from Urban Elements. They're pretty easy to stitch out and how to puzzle through all of that, okay? So keep watch for that. And what I'm going to do with that is I have 2 panels. One has already been stitched out, and that's the first part of the class. I'm going to stitch out another Dream Big panel. I probably will think about it a little bit different way. I'm hoping to do some different fills in the background, you know, change it up a little bit, show you how I think about doing things differently sometimes. I want to stretch and grow and learn. So I will make the class be 2 of those panel stitch outs, but I'm going to release the class when I'm done editing the first stitch out, and then I will tag on the rest of it on the end, and you will get the whole entire class for one. You just got to pay for it once, okay? Okay, so keep watch for that. Okay, what has been the other huge craze out there in the, you know, long arm land? Stitching embroidery on our long arms. So I won't make Paul put Samson down again, but I showed mine last week. Let me just show it again if anybody missed it. So these are a number of embroidery designs that I stitched on my long arm, on McFinity. And again, many of you were asking about how to do this. Now, some of y'all know how to do this, okay? It's actually not that difficult. It's a matter of converting your embroidery design to an HQF file. You can do that with Art and Stitch for those of you who have that. There are some things to think about, some patterns that you might not want to choose, some ones that are going to be easier on you, on your machine, you know, things like that. So again, I am planning to make that a class. I haven't gotten started on that one yet, however. So I have a couple of other designs in mind that I want to stitch out, embroidery designs, and then again, I'll just turn the phone on and start recording, and you know, I'll just share with you how I'm approaching it. There are, again, different ways to approach it. I'm sure different people might have classes or their thoughts or what have you. I'll just show you the MK way and let you follow along with me, okay? So keep out watch for that. Okay, I got to give Paul something to do. Honey, can you hold up that piece of paper? Okay, so the next big thing, next week is October already. So the next big promotion that Handy Quilter is going to be having, they're billing it as demo days, and also on here it says end of the year model discounts, floor model discounts, save thousands on HQ floor models. Okay, well, that leads me into my last thing on my checklist. Just prior to me going to get my massage today, I posted about the fact that we have deeply discounted my Forte, McForte. We would really like to move her out of here. And so we're going to give you a really nice, like basically a Forte for an Amara price is what it's breaking down to, okay? Now, how does this all work, you guys? When we sell a floor model, we can like make a few more decisions about that floor model, and we can work with you. Doesn't matter where you are, we'll ship it. because we own the machine. We bought it. We paid for it. It's here. So we're very happy to resell it. It's got a few stitches on it. It's about 6 months old, and Paul will completely service it. It'll be, brand spanking, almost like off the warehouse floor. And the other huge thing that really is a good deal for you guys is you get the full balance. I mean, the full, not just the balance. You get the full manufacturer's warranty. So that
starts from when you buy it.
It starts from when you buy it. So you don't have to worry about how many months has it been sitting here in the shop. You get the full 5, 5, 10. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I posted that post, and then I went to my massage, and by the time I got on my massage, I have a handful of people who are interested. So if you have messaged me that you are interested, I'm going to ask you to give me your email address. I will put some details together in an email. I will put your email addresses in the blind copy, so not everybody is getting your information. And I will send out the details about what we're going to sell the floor model for. And then basically the first one to put money down to get it on out of here. It's a deep discount, you guys. We were wanting to move it out, get something else in here. And so that's what we're going to do, okay? We would really ask that this be a cash deal. We don't want to eat some credit card fees here. Okay, so let's talk about it. We can work with you, okay? Paul had his hand up.
Table.
Oh, yes, go ahead. Explain.
Okay, so this table is staying here. The machine is not. So guess what? When we buy the next machine, you get that table shipped directly to you. So you're getting a brand new, out of the boxes table. And we'll do the setup for you and work all that in as well. So you're like buying a new system because you still get all the new owner benefits, the installation, new table. And so, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a really good deal right now. We've had a lot of people almost go for it, and money's money.
Yeah, money's money. Now, here's the other thing, you guys. First of all, a couple more things on the Forte, and then I want to talk about our Amara. So the Forte that we have behind us, if you'll notice, it has the rear handlebar add-on. That is not included with our sale unless you would like it. That's going to be a little bit extra, okay? And then the other thing is you can get it with or without Art and Stitch. If you already own Art and Stitch, you don't have to buy it again, and we'll take all of that into consideration with the price, okay? So no handlebars unless you want to pay for them, the rear ones. Art and Stitch, you tell us if you want that or not. And then, like Paul says, we'll box it all up in the original box, send it to you, and we'll work out all the details for install. And you get me for training. If you want, you get all my videos. You get everything just like an owner with MK Quilts would get on a floor model. Okay, the Amara. We just got this Amara in here, but it's a floor model.
Wow, she's being very kind on that one.
Okay, well, here's like I said, you guys, floor models are ours. We own them. We have purchased them. That one is basically just out of the box. I think Ellen maybe did one quilt on it. So is that one going to be discounted as much as this one that's been here 6 months? Probably not. Okay, but it's a floor model just the same. And so if you want to really seriously talk to us about an Amara, we've got one here. We could box it up and get it on out of here for the right price and the right person, and you get us, and yeah, all that. Okay? Am I okay with saying that? I mean, I am the boss,
You are
right?
the boss. You can, yeah. I'm just the one that has to service it, take it down, box it up, ship it out.
Oh, just that.
I know, just that. So why won't you sell your Infinity?
Oh, I was going to mention that. So here's the thing, you guys. I love my Infinity. Like, over the moon love my Infinity. Now, the other girls are here, and they can hear me saying that. She's kind of like my favored child. Okay? I got McFinity. Paul will actually, let me tell you a little story. So, Paul will actually get a kick out of this. Because I would say probably about 5 years ago, 4-ish, 5 years ago, I really I was really kind of starting to come out of my shell and start doing all of this training. And at the time, I had a fusion, okay? And I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna want to become like an educator in some capacity, or I want to start traveling, and I want to do more teaching. And the Infinity was just coming out, okay? And I was like, well, if I'm gonna do all of these things that I want to do, I just have to have the latest, greatest. I just have to have it. It's a requirement. Yeah, well, he bought it, literally. So I sold my Fusion at the time. I got my Infinity. She was born here in MK Quilts in May of 2015. So she's just special to me. And she's pushing 90 million stitches now. We bought her before we were dealers. She's my own personal machine. So she's not going anywhere, not for a while anyway. But we just brought on a new owner with a brand spanking new Infinity with Pro Stitcher. So, it's a great machine, you guys. I know it's the top dog, most money. It's a chunk of change. I understand, but it's a glorious machine.
Okay, I'm speaking to all the husbands or other that are thinking about, wow, that was crazy. Well, a happy wife is a happy life. And we didn't stay married 30 years by me saying no to this woman very often. So look at what she's built out of it, and she loves it. So it's not always a bad thing to say yes to your wife.
Let's see. What else we should go shopping.
Easy. You just told me you need a new phone. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. So I hope the lighting is okay this week. Man, last week it was looking weird, and I've been watching the Facebook feeds. I'm seeing that new iPhone 11 and whatever, 3 cameras, and I don't know how much it costs, but he just said he hardly ever says no. Oh my goodness. So anyways, you guys, the moral of the story is I love Infinity, my McFinity. She's just my baby. So she's staying here. But the other two, hey, reach out, make us an offer, and we'll see if we can get it done, okay? So that's the Handy Quilter promotion for October. Now, I have heard a little inside information, there may be something else coming down the pipe a little bit closer to Houston. So we're not going to say anything about that right now. We're going to keep you wanting to come back for more and have more information about that. But as soon as we get the green light to kind of talk about that a bit closer to the show, we will do that, okay? All right, so that's pretty much, let's see. Oh, Paul, how's that thing going with book time with you on your online calendar thing going? How's that going?
Well, I like it. A few people have found out. You go to the contact us page on the website, and you can actually slot yourself in for an hour of my time. And I've helped several people. It's just a lot easier than the back and forth about what's going on with my schedule. Am I available? I mean, I'm getting good at blocking myself out when I need to do other things, but it helps. Even if you just want to talk about troubleshooting your machine or doing something like that, that's fine. I do have one other thing I do want to mention.
Go for it.
We are sending several more people to tech training here across the country, including Hawaii. I think we mentioned that on the last one. We've got our techs from Hawaii going in November. I'm getting more calls from California, and we have some people there on the West Coast, but I'd really like to get a technician trained in California. And we're getting some serious traction there in California, heading south out of Oregon. Oregon, sorry. Oregonians don't like Oregon. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so if you're interested, at the bottom of our web pages, there is a button that takes you to a page where you can fill it out. That just helps me gather your information, and we can talk about it. So.
Well, speaking of California, it made me think of something. So in January, I am going to be out in California for a sim event. Okay, so any of y'all listening, it's Kastayak. I may not be saying that correctly. The details are on my website. But I'm going to be out in California for this sim event. It's right at the same time as Road to California, okay? So I'm going to be there at the show just as a show goer with my host, okay? So if any of y'all are going to be at Road to California in January, please let's start chattering with each other. Maybe we can have, you know, coffee or lunch or dinner. That I did that last year when I was in Houston. I just met like 6 or 8 of my followers and we went to dinner together. I would love to do that with y'all when I'm out in California. Okay, so get signed up for the sim event if you would like to see me there for that, and then I'll see you at the show. Okay, is that it? Is that it, babe?
One question I saw come across about Canada. Officially, Melissa and I cannot sell into Canada as retailers. The question was, what about more technicians in Ontario, Canada? Joyce, if you reach out to me at paul@mkquilts.com, I will get you in contact with the right handy quilter people so that maybe we can make something happen for you up there, but it probably won't be MK Quilts at this time.
That also reminds me about teaching outside of the country. So you know that I have been talking about my upcoming trip to the UK. Registrations for that opened this last Sunday, and my class is sold out in 5 minutes. I mean, wow. I'm truly humbled about that, and I'm so excited to be heading on over to the UK. Really, as far as teaching outside of the country, that has to be something that is endorsed and approved by Handy Quilter, and who knows? I mean, I'm hoping that y'all just love me over there in the UK. I'm going to do my best job for you, and I just want you to fall in love with simulation and Pro Stitcher as much as I do. So who knows? I would love to go other places, but outside of the United States, you know, this is our territory to sell in the United States, as long as we can service and train here in the good old USA. But I can teach elsewhere as long as I get the invite, and you know, we can work it out.
And for the time being, if you want Melissa's videos on USB, we do make allotments for added postage. So from the import standpoint, you're paying $15 for a USB key. So really it's just the added cost of shipping to you, and we will make accommodations. So if you are outside of the US and want to use Melissa's training material on USB, buy it on our website, request the USB, we'll get back to you with whether it's another $5 or $10 to ship it, but we will go out of our way to support our international followers.
We love you guys. We love all of y'all. Okay, well, that's pretty much what we got for you today. Actually, Paul, I think, is heading out of here. He's got a lot to follow up with at home. I know he's planning to come back tomorrow. My ruler, when we had ruler class, I noticed that my table was a little out of balance, and so he's going to check the table on the Forte for me, but basically he can like get that thing, you know, shined up tomorrow, and we can get it on its way to you. So for those of you who have reached out to me about the Forte, I will send an email, send you all the details, and first one money down gets to take her home. Okay, so what do we got on the machines over here? I'm just getting ready to load a really beautiful quilt. I have it kind of folded over halfway because I don't know if I should show the whole thing yet. It's one of those pixelated quilts where you just put all different colors of squares together, and when it all comes together, it looks like something else. Pretty cool. It's actually more than pretty cool. It's beautiful. Over here on McForte, she's just waiting to go home. We had ruler class on her yesterday, so there's nothing loaded, and Paul needs to adjust the table, so we left her empty. And then over here on McMara, she could go home with somebody too, just saying. It looks like Ellen's got a Quilt of Valor loaded over there. Okay, you guys, that is it. And here I thought I had a short list, and I've been talking for I don't know how many minutes. All right, you guys, that's all we got for you. Until next time, thank you so much for everything. We appreciate you, and until then, from our studio to yours, happy quilting. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.